Oh god, I really don't want to make this video. What's going on, everybody? My name is Melon and welcome back to a brand new video. A couple of months ago, I came up with the idea where I wanted to play some of the worst Call of Duty Zombies maps out there. I already had Advanced Warfare installed and I've made a separate video on that. Obviously, Vanguard is a whole other shit show in itself. And then there's also World War II Zombies. So I was going to buy World War II Zombies and then I realized I'm not paying full price for it. So here we are now. I bought it in the January sale, and today we're going to be playing the second to worst Zombies game. And yes, this was probably once the worst Zombies game, but Vanguard came out. For some reason, there's something about Sledgehammer, World War II, and Zombies which really just doesn't mix well. And yes, I know someone in the comments is going to say that Treyarch did make Vanguard, but I want to forget about that. Treyarch is still in my heart. Alright, we are in. I'm actually really excited to play this. When I got my Xbox One for the first time for my birthday, this was the first game that I got with it, actually. As we play this, I do want to sort of go through why this game didn't do good compared to all the other Zombies games, and what I think they could have done to improve on it. I think if they did change some things in this game, it would just make the whole thing stand out a whole lot more. And what I want to dive on a little bit more is they just needed to stand out a little bit more and not just copy the normal Zombies formula. I mean, I know all the other non-Treyarch Zombies games are sort of like that, but with Infinite Warfare, I feel like the story was so different going to each different settings. It sort of stood out in that whole different section. We had AW, which had exo movement that made that stand out in itself. I mean, Vanguard, I don't even want to talk about Vanguard at all, because I don't even want to remember it at all. Because by any means, I know I'm saying this is the second to worst Zombies game, but it really isn't bad. I think it's just a really forgetful game, which I guess, yeah, that does make it bad. But playing this now, it's not making me want to get off it. I'm only going to be playing the first map. If you guys do want me to download the DLC packs and play them, just leave a like. If we get, let's say, 20 likes, I will play the rest. I'm going to dive into why this didn't do so well. So for me, I think it was a very basic Zombies mode. They were playing it very safe. They didn't want to get too much criticism. I mean, most things in this game is a copy and paste. I mean, apart from the only thing that they did very differently was this armor system, which Treyarch did actually bring in Cold War. And for me, I actually think the armor system was a very good system that they added, and I'm very happy that they did add it into Cold War. But by any means, I want to keep on saying that doesn't mean that I hate this game. I just wouldn't choose to play it out of all the other Zombies games. Other than Vanguard, obviously, I do a whole load of bad things other than play Vanguard. There is something about World War II style and Zombies that just doesn't really fit well for me, and I'm sure it is for a lot of other players. And it's sort of that they can't go off theme. They can't have any exciting guns or anything like that, which is a bit annoying. I mean, the Tesla gun is just a wonder-waff, and they have to be sort of safe with that. For example, what made Infinite Warfare Zombies stick out so much was the fact that they had fun and wacky weapons to use. And I mean, for Advanced Warfare, that was so far in the future, they could do anything they wanted to do. Another thing that could have made this game really stand out is if they really dove into the horror aspect of this Zombies. In the trailer, they made it sound like it was going to be a really scary game, and don't get me wrong, it's the scariest and one of the most gruesome out of the whole bunch of Zombies games we have, but I feel like we should have got some more jump scares and maybe more of a story aspect to it. I'm pretty sure I haven't really played the DLC maps too much, but I'm pretty sure there's a war version of Zombies, and if you've never played war before, it's a multiplayer mode where you'd have to complete objectives to move on through the map. So this game actually came out in 2017, meaning it's 5 years on now, which is just so crazy to me. It feels just like yesterday when these games were coming out. I also sort of love like the perks that you could add to this. So I have a perk on right now where I can have 3 weapons without even getting a mule kick perk. I really enjoy things like this because they actually sort of did perfectly make and innovate the crutch perk system. They completely got rid of the crutch perks, and that's what I like. We haven't got Jug anymore. Yeah, we do have sort of double tap because you can get increased weapon damage. You can get speed cola and you can get stamina up and stuff like that. And obviously you can also get quick revive. But taking Jug out of the situation can just get you one more perk that you wouldn't have had normally. Because in every single Zombies game, unless you're doing a challenge, you are going to get Juggernog. I mean, not that I was expecting anything crazy for the first Zombies map for World War II, but I just feel like there's something so basic about this. I'm getting bored playing this already. We've just had to connect 2 little switches together, and I know they're supposed to be keeping it simple because it's the first Zombies map and that's what you get used to in the first Zombies map, but this map just really doesn't stand out. And I think in a couple of years time, if I was never mentioned or I never played World War II, I would probably completely forget about it. Also, another cool thing that they added that I actually didn't show you in the first place is that they had these shovels. So if you aim and hit, it does a little animation if I can get it to do it. There you go. It's a bit gruesome, but you can get some extra salvage and things like that from it. So you definitely at the start of the game, you can switch by switching to your shovel, so definitely worth it. And you can probably run fast with your shovel, I'd assume. I've only just realised I don't have to be in the ring. The whole time, since the launch of this map, I always thought I had to be within that ring. It's just the Zombies. That is honestly the most disgusting thing I've ever seen in my life. What is that? Like, why is it just jaw moving? That is disgusting. Okay, so I'm going to have to pause the video here quickly. I was a complete and utter idiot and halfway through the recording went to go get a drink and muted my microphone. And obviously, me being me, when I returned, I carried on playing but forgot to unmute my microphone. So this little segment that I'm about to play and speed up for you guys just because I'm not talking is the whole bit. I do carry on talking in the end, but it's pretty much to the end of the video. I am very, very sorry about this. Honestly, I really didn't want to go back and replay the game. It was very, very boring for me. Although it wasn't a bad game, I just wasn't having a good time. So enjoy this little speed clip and then me realizing at the end that my mic was indeed muted. Okay, you're probably wondering why there was such a big cut during this. My mic was on mute pretty much the whole time. I had to go do something. I muted my mic, I paused the game, and I completely forgot to unmute my mic. So I'll do a little time lapse of what I did without my voiceover. But we're here. I have the Tesla gun. It's pretty good. Here it is in all its glory. You can get elemental versions for it. I mean, I've said all this stuff a minute ago, but obviously I was on mute. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Honestly, I am going to end the video here. There isn't much to do. I don't want to do the Easter egg or anything like that. I'm not going to go that hardcore into it. But if you have enjoyed this video, please make sure you like and subscribe. 2023 is going to be a very good year for uploading for me. I'm going to upload as many videos as I can get out. With that said, I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.